Hi Scorpio, welcome to your December reading. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. I was sick and now I'm feeling so much better. And let's start your reading. Well, I've already pre-shuffled and meditated over your cards, so the readings don't take that long. And I was just going to shuffle through the advices of the universe. Very powerful reading, Scorpio. Although we are resisting some changes. I guess all of us fixed signs and Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, we are getting our ass kicked lately regarding control, especially the parts of our lives that we can't control. And I see here that aspect of your life that is getting a little bit out of your control comes from the environment, but we'll get there. So you appear in your reading as the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card that speaks to me about independence and about rewards. You have done the work. You have worked hard to get somewhere. And now you are in a place that you have more power, more resources, more stability, more comfort, but still the work that is being asked to be done has to do with the earth element, with the ability to manifest and create a reality that is comfortable, whether it may be a comfortable house, may be a comfortable job, maybe also money in the bank. Money, it's an energy, it pays for stuff and it brings comfort to you and those around you. It is not evil. Sometimes people do evil stuff for money, or money can create greed and some evil in the world for sure, but per se it is not evil. It's a way of exchanging value. So if you have some negative perspectives and beliefs about money, I think now is the time for you to review those perspectives, because I don't think they apply anymore to you or your life. You also appear as your shamanic animal for the time being. It's the hummingbird. It's a beautiful card of freedom, and I know how much you Scorpios enjoy your freedom and your solitude. I love the hummingbird for you and in this reading because it brings a lot of joy, curiosity, and also because the hummingbird has this quality of finding a nectar. Regardless the circumstances, the hummingbird, it also represents this, it's a spiritual card. It's a card for people that have done the work and are doing the work. It means that you have gained this ability of turning your life sweet even when it's a bit sour outside, or when you don't know the way, because you're not meant to know the path at this point. At this point, you are meant to enjoy this opportunity. Maybe you are being offered a new job, a new career opportunity, a new project, something that is new for you, and I can tell you it's bound to success. A lot of success, a lot of money too, and a lot of comfort, like now you can breathe. Aces are given by the universe as opportunities or chances to see if we are paying attention, but also I see them as rewards. You don't get an ace for nothing. You've earned it, Scorpio. So congratulations. Because in your past, and that's a very royal quality, you have two kings in this reading, and here I'm seeing as aspects of yourself, so this is all you, regardless if you're male or female, because the cards sometimes you read them attached to a gender, sometimes not. So in your past you appear as the King of Wands. So the kings always have this quality of being master, of being a leader of something, and I see you leading the spiritual you, the spiritual being in you. So you're tending to your soul needs, to being where you should be, with whom you should be, doing what you should be doing. There's a lot of spiritual growth in the King of Wands card. And also, although you cannot see people around the king, but the king rules a kingdom, right? So you're not alone. So you have people that admire you, people that follow you, and people that need you to guide the way in this path that you are like carving for all of us. Even though this Ace of Wands, this Ace of Pentacles or coins, and this Moon, they are in your present. So this is what you are going through now. You're giving a big step, a leap of faith. It requires, I'm not gonna lie, it requires this inner knowing, but you walk with your eyes closed. You walk forward not knowing. Like we don't always, like I don't think we never know actually how things are gonna work, but sometimes we are more sure, we have more clues, we have more comfort, it's more clear the path. And now not so much, because I think we fixed signs, and I've heard this from my favorite astrologer. She's also a tarot reader. Actually, if I would say someone that I'm here for today, reading cards and having the courage to start a YouTube channel, it was a big step for me. I think I'm a Taurus, so I take long taking important decisions, but I think 1 year thinking about this, about doing this, and now that I'm doing it, it still makes me cough, but it doesn't seem so hard. So, but as I was saying, and I heard this from my favorite astrologer and tarot reader, her name is Jane. She has a YouTube channel called Jane International. I recommend you guys to go and listen to her. She's amazing. Yeah, and I would say if I had to thank anyone, I think I would thank Jane. Yeah, I learned a lot, and I do learn a lot from her readings, and also my mom that bought me my first tarot deck when I was 15, so thank you, Mom. Well, back to the reading. Like Jane was saying, the fixed signs are being pushed a lot into giving up control. Especially Taurus, that we have Uranus in our sign, and Scorpio, you sit in front of us, in front of Taurus, so whatever happens to your opposite sign, it also influences you at some extent. And Uranus is this unpredictable energy. And you have it here in your environment. Tower, Uranus, Uranian energy. But here, with the Judgment, I don't see it much as a loss, because many times Tower is this very sudden change that we humans feel as a loss, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. It comes whenever we are resisting, and you are resisting here, but I will go there. But in your environment, I see this more as a drastic change that might have happened in your family, in your circle, in your friends, or even sometimes, because it brings this aspect of awakening with the Judgment. It can be sometimes also, I feel this, like, are you feeling the weight of the world right now? The weight of the travel bans, the politics, what is doing to mankind. Actually, it's separating. We're already separated by the status quo, by you're good, you look good and I don't look good, you're pure, you're pretty, I'm ugly, you're fat, I'm thin, you're poor, I'm rich, you're Muslim, I'm Jewish, and now you're vaccinated, I'm not vaccinated. Wow, man, when is it gonna stop? I think the pandemic hasn't been easy for any of us. For some of us, it has been a blessing. So there are different ways of dealing with this reality. Depends what kind of bubble you are in. But it all asks to all of us at some extent. It asks us for adaptation, for relying on fate, on destiny, on that everything will be all right eventually. It required faith. It required an inner knowing. It required looking within and not outside. And I think you've done the work. But the environment where you are, it's a bit chaotic for the time being. And you are adapting and adjusting. And where the universe wants to put you is in the King of Coins energy. So there's a lot of earth in this reading, and you are a water sign. That means that you might have a lot of earth in your chart, or just that you are being guided for tending to the material aspects of your life. And as a king, you appear in this moment as a 9 of coins, and then you have the 10, and then you have the page, and then you have the knight, and then you have the queen, and then last but not least, the king. Universe wants you here, wants you to upgrade from here to here, from a 9 to a king. And so the universe gives you an ace. So you've got something in your pocket, right? It makes it easier. I wouldn't say that you are going to go forth in this path with partnerships, because as a king I see you more as a solo leader. It's not that you cannot associate with others, but make sure that you use all the abilities, all the resources that you've gathered so far, because you can do it alone. And there's this aspect of leadership that is being asked for you to step up your game. Like, have courage, you can do it, because you have another ace, so another beginning. You might gain a new perspective over what you can and you cannot do with your money, what you can and you cannot do with your project, your vision, your company, whatever that you have, your shop, whatever that you have, your small online business, doesn't matter. What is it that you have that is yours, and you've gained this new perspective, these new fresh ideas, like this, aha, oh, now I know it, oh, I'm gonna do like this, and then everything becomes clear. So you come, but first you pass this gate. So this card, no, you can see it here. See these 2 towers? They're like the conscious, they represent the conscious and the unconscious. And you must cross it. This card is very much connected with our unconscious dimension. So whatever that we sometimes do because we are conditioned by our fears, by our traumas, by our inner child, by past lives, by whatever you want to put in that bag, your darkness, your shadow, your blah, 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 blah. But after these gates, what happens after the moon? There's the sun. The sun shines, right? After the night comes the day. And there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So there's something very unique that you must bring to the table. Only you know that no one else would do it the way you do it. And that's But there's this uniqueness that is being like forged, like this diamond, this crystal. In order to get here to all these opportunities and this new gain clarity and this help from the universe, you do whatever. I need to have another ace here, but we'll get there. So I have officially 3 aces on the table. And even though there might be some stuckness still, because top of the deck we have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. In this particular deck, she has a castle. So there's always a way. In another deck that I have, she has water around her. So she thinks that she's gonna drown. But she has the swords. You see swords? Swords, they don't, it's mental energy. Ultimately, it does not exist. It's your thoughts, it's your mind saying blah 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 blah. It's just your monkey mind. And there are ways to quiet the mind. The other deck that I have, it's very interesting that because she's in the middle of the water and all the swords are pointing up. I'm gonna look for it because I would like you to see this image. I think it's important. And she's there, blindfolded, tied, like she cannot move. There's this idea of there's no solution, which is an illusion, of course. But when you're in the middle of the hurricane, you just don't know. You actually feel like there's no solution. You feel helpless. You feel desperate. It's no fun. But then, if this character would lean against one of the swords, she would be automatically untie herself. And here you see the swords pointed down, and there's water, there's emotion. So there's too much emotions, too much thoughts. By the way, thoughts and emotions, they're the same thing. If she would lean against one of the swords, she would easily untie herself. So ask questions to your mind. When your mind is making you, your ego is making you believe negative things about yourself, you ask questions. Say, okay, why? Why? How come? Tell me more. Talk to yourself. Because when you talk to yourself, you understand where the pain comes from. And then you can deal with it, you can cross it, you can transform it. On the top of the other deck, we have here another King of Coins. It's just in this deck we call it Father of Earth. It's a shamanic deck. So you are being put to the test. What aspect of your environment that you cannot control? So you cannot control, you observe it, you watch it. Don't participate. Don't engage in the chaos. I don't think there's nothing here for you. You focus on this new perspective, this new idea, this new vision that you have, that will come to you. You focus on it. Death reversed, so you appear reversed in your own reading. Death is the card of Scorpio. So more dense energy, because here the Tower, a card of transformation and awakening. Judgment, a card of awakening. So this is in your environment. So actually the environment, in a way that might be a little bit unexpected or not what you would like and prefer for you, is giving you the opportunity to change the things you need to change in your life. But you are a bit here like resisting. You're resisting something. You cannot resist Major Arcana. It will happen. What you can do here is allow it to flow. Because next to this death card, for this thing that you are making it bigger than it really is, you have the Ace of Cups. So once again, you have the universe. Hey, listen, uh, just there's lots of love on the other side. There's lots of happiness, lots of content, lots of fulfillment. Let it die, let it end. It's okay. But I do see this a lot as something is in the realm of your mind, not as much as something really, really happening. So that's why you are asked to come down to earth, come down to earth, come down to whatever you can feel, whatever you can touch, whatever you can grasp, come down to what really exists, come down to matter. Of course, use your past as a king of wands, use your skills as a hummingbird. That's very spiritual skills, and this swiftness that you have the ability to move so swift like a bird, very fast with fire energy, but now you're asked to slow a bit down. And Venus retrograde has this power of slowing us a bit down. Ask the questions you need to ask. Allow that maybe some people in your circle you find that they don't give you the respect you think you should have, or they don't feed your soul the way you would expect, or there's this lack of reciprocity, this lack of truth, of this lack of earth. It's like you're looking around and you're seeing, this is fake, this is not stable, this is not gonna last, this is. So cut the cords you need to cut, because you're meant to build, tend to the practical matters and aspects of your life, your finances, your house, spend time with your family, give attention to your friends. It's the holidays. I'm gonna pull out the clarifying cards for the comprehensive and extensive reading. Another king, and then the queen. Men, if please promise me, Scorpios that are watching this reading and are resonating, if you are asked to lead something, please say yes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the other one, 6 kings in your reading. It's very interesting. So here, next to you as the king of coins, you have the king of swords, and then you have the queen of wands. By the way, with this king and this queen of wands, you are looking good. You are turning heads. I mean, not that you are not at the moment, but these cards are where the universe wants to put you. So I would say you're gonna look even more good if you don't look good by now, because you're not feeling good. But well, I think despite the circumstances, you can always make yourself show up in this royal quality. But I actually see this as a warning, not as a warning. Excuse me, sometimes I want to say the words and the words don't come out right in English. I think this comes as a reminder, better, to hang with like-minded people, to recognize other kings and queens around you, the people that are meant to be by your side. You have people that are more analytical, and you have people that are more spiritual like you, the Queen of Wands. But regardless, we all have the air, water, fire, earth, and ether inside of us. So we are all spinning in the elements. Nothing is set in stone. Beautiful, I love it. You have here the interesting, the Queen of Coins representing you. So you come as a king and the queen. That means that what always happens when people are crossing duality, when you no longer see life as black and white, you no longer respond to life as a trigger, you go within, and within you have everything. Let's look at your environment, clarifying the Tower. Too much cards, I'm not going to take them, just going to look at them. Oh, we had the Devil here. Okay. Maybe someone in your environment needs to be, needs your help with codependence and fears, panics, illusions that are related to the lack, to the way that I think I'm not enough. So I'm not enough, I'm miserable, I'm gonna be an asshole, I'm gonna bug everyone, disturb everyone with my fears. So this is in your environment. I don't see it as you, because I see it as someone that you might have to deal with, that you might have to help. It can be a friend, a family member, a love relationship. Yeah, I would say someone that it's either a long-term love relationship or a family member. So someone that is that you have a long established relationship. It's like it's blood, or you're married, or it's like being married and you cannot escape this. So you have to help each other. But I think it has come to a point where this person's going to be asked to wake up. Like wake up. Stop playing this role, it's enough. Okay, but we'll talk about it in the comprehensive reading. Let me just shuffle a bit more here for the Tower. Yeah. And like, but you're a king. You're a king and a queen. Kings and queens, they rule a kingdom. So you gotta help the people in the kingdom. You can do it. It's not that you have to help, but you have the resources to do it. Let's see, what is this moon? The moon. Yeah. The moon brings the world card. Card of expansion, but also a card of endings. But despite this particular chaos in your life, you're being very, as I have here the Knight of Cups for the Ace of Coins, you're being very, I would say, favored or protected by the universe. I think you don't want you're resisting change because you want to avoid conflict. Yeah. Sometimes conflict is necessary for people to grow. And the Empress, yeah. Good. Another Ace of Cups. Lots of beginnings. You gotta let end whatever loose ends you have find yourself with. It's, if you don't cut them, the universe will, because Tower, Judgment, and Death. I'm sorry, but the aces are already here. The aces are already here to begin. Let it begin. Okay, so I'll keep shuffling more cards for the extended, and I will take my oracle cards. And if you want to stay with me to the extended reading, you just click on the link below in the description box. And if not, all is good. I wish you well. Thank you very much for being here. I see you by the end of the month for the January readings, but by the way, they will be in Portuguese. Yeah, I'm very excited to do the readings in Portuguese. And yeah, that's it. If you like this reading, please use the like button. It helps the channel to grow. And if it resonated with you and you would like to give some feedback, you can use the comment box below. And that's it. Bye.